Hello and welcome back to the channel. Really glad to have you here. In this video, I'm going to talk about sinusitis, what it is, how to use herbal holistic therapies and methods to help you heal from sinusitis, and also what are the key symptoms associated with that. So this is going to be a great informative video. This is by no way a medical advice to your related condition because it's best to consult a medical practitioner, but these videos are only used for informational purposes only to help you make a better decision, to help you stay well aware of what is out there in terms of healing options for you, and then you make the decision on what to do. So this covers everything that I've used, everything that's proven through clinical studies as well. We're going to go through the top herbs to focus on when you have sinusitis, as well as why we are saying that these herbs are great, how to use them, and what other herbs and essential oils can you combine them with in order to give you a better result. So stay tuned. So sinusitis is an inflammation or an infection of the sinus cavities in the skull, and often it follows a cold, and it can actually be associated with dental problems as well, such as a deep-seated root absence, and it also affects people who do not express their emotions on an energetic level, because we also talk about in this channel energy healing as well, and I will link to the video specifically talking about energy healing in the description box below, so you can refer to that if you're interested in these stuff. So energetically, sinusitis is people who suffer from extreme or common sinusitis. They have trouble expressing their emotions, or they're unwilling to find it difficult to cry as well. They're unable to cry. So that's from an energetic perspective, but we won't dive in too much here. We're just going to focus on what herbs to take internally, externally to help you with the condition. And the key symptoms associated with sinusitis is pain that affects the sinus areas. Also, headaches are a major warning signs when it comes to sinusitis, specifically when it comes to severe headaches. Also, sinusitis and sinuses that are very tender to the touch. You realize that they're quite tender and they're painful to touch as well. Nasal discharge can also be associated with sinusitis, specifically when there is bleeding involved as well. Now, what are the herbs to focus on when you do suffer from sinusitis? And these herbs have been very powerful in healing from sinusitis. The first top herb to focus on is called ground ivy, and ground ivy is a great astringent herb. It's really suitable for drying, for situations with sinuses and bronchitis as well. And the best way to take ground ivy is as an infusion, which is a concentrated form of tea, or if you have access to ground ivy tincture, it works great as well. And it can also be used, ground ivy can also be used with elderflower. If you want to combine it with elderflower, it has quite similar properties as well, and elderflower is very gentle for the body, so it will help to bring out the benefits of ground ivy, but at the same time be very gentle and sweet on the body. So you can mix, for example, I'd use 2 parts ground ivy and 1 part of elderflower and make it into an infusion, or make it even more powerful into a tincture as well. So if you don't have access to a tincture, or if you're not able to make a tincture for any reason, you can opt in for searching for a ground ivy tincture to use, which can be accessed on the online platforms such as iHerb, Amazon, eBay. Mountain Rose Herbs has them as well, and also your local healthcare store can have ground ivy tincture. And another thing is, which is quite powerful and it is quite expensive, I understand that, it's called golden seal. Golden seal is the gold of the herbal medicine. It is a powerful cooling astringent and anti-catarrhal herb that is amazing. It has anti-inflammatory properties, and it's such an amazing herb, and it is quite expensive, but it is quite affordable when you take it in capsules compared to when you take it in loose powder form. And you can take 1 or 2 200 micrograms capsules, but then again, please refer with your holistic medical practitioner or the person at the health food store, for example. They'll be able to better advise you on what the exact dosage of golden seal is. So you can also combine golden seal with another herb called eyebright, and eyebright in powdered form. So if you have a product and access to a product, for example, that has golden seal and eyebright combined together into a capsule form, it would be great. Now, golden seal is a bit of a tricky herb because you do need to avoid it in pregnancy, please do not take it in pregnancy. And also for anyone having high blood pressure, refrain or do not take golden seal. You can focus on ground ivy, and you can focus on the next herb that we're also going to say, which is a herb of part of Chinese medicine. So let's go to the third herb for the day for sinusitis. It is sorry again for my pronunciation, I always get quite tricked when it comes to Chinese medicinal herbs, and this one's called Kangerzi, and I will insert the exact name of this Chinese medicine herb in the description box below, including its Chinese name as well as its Latin scientific name. And this herb is amazing. It is very warming. It's very useful for headaches associated with sinus infections, and also it's really useful for allergic symptoms as well. You can again take it as a deconcoction, or you can take it as a tincture, and then you can also combine it with other herbs such as mulbark, such as another Chinese herb called liang xiao. You can also combine that with, but with this herb, the one that we've just said, the kangerzi, you need to avoid in very high doses because it can unfortunately cause a dramatic fall in blood sugar. So if you have any blood sugar problems, please verify and double check your exact dosage by a medical holistic practitioner on the way you can use this herb and the exact dosage that is right for you. So we've come towards the end of our video. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up.